Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with round 17 of the F1 24 My Team Career Mode. Yes, we're back this weekend here in Azerbaijan at the Baku City Circuit. Of course, for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Yes, it's been shifted to the end of the year now, which is still something I'm trying to wrap my head around inside F1 24. But of course, if you missed out on the video that went live a couple of days ago from Monza, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out as well there. We're kind of in a bit of a development race with Kick Sauber right now. It's pretty even between the pair of our teams. We've got one more upgrade currently in the works, and yeah, I believe every upgrade we can do at the moment is just absolutely mahoosive. So slowly but surely trying to earn the R&D that we need to continue on the good haul. Apparently I'm doing so few durability upgrades that the team is willing to give them to me for free, which is rather impressive as well. Taking a look at the championship standings, Max Verstappen a 98-point lead over Charles Leclerc as we head into Azerbaijan there. You can see Russell still in that fight as well, so 3 drivers from 3 different teams making up the top 3. Our goal is to try and keep up with Oscar Piastri between now and the end of the year, and hopefully make sure that we beat out Alpine, because I don't want to lose to the French. Get yourself subscribed, we're trying to hit 4,000 subs on the channel at the moment, and yeah, let's head out then onto the circuit.
Stretched along the shores of the Caspian Sea, we've taken over the streets of Baku. Plenty of testing and adjustment needed here in free practice.
To be honest, yeah, with just the weird kind of grip limits and things like that, Baku inside F1 23 was a race that I really did not enjoy doing. That as well, obviously, it was a sprint weekend around a circuit, yeah, the AI were very OP on. Just kind of made it one that was very easy for me to drop off of calendars when I was, when I was doing like the 16 race seasons, that kind of thing. Must admit though, I have only done 1 race so far on it on F1 24, but where they've just kind of fixed a few of those little gremlins, it is a much more enjoyable circuit, and goes to showcase still, how small tweaks and changes can really help out. They definitely haven't, it's definitely a problem with this circuit. There seems to be a lot of stuttering. If we manage to get all the R&D each weekend, there's still about 750, 800 R&D available to us, so we can definitely get a lot of those big upgrades on the car before the end of the year, and that's a good way to start. Oh, we're 7/10 down as we make our way in towards the final couple of corners. And I've not got much in the way of battery either, so we need to be really careful with how we use this as we make our way out of the final corner, up towards the line. Yeah, we haven't got enough in the qualifying sim run. That does not fill me with confidence as we head towards qualifying.
It is a truly unique layout. Welcome to Baku and welcome to qualifying.
Well, confidence is absolutely everything then here on the Azerbaijan streets, and we'll wait and see what we can do in our first run of Q1. Certainly not expecting to see ourselves into Q3 or anything like that today. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't think this track really suits the car as much as I was hoping it would, but you can find a lot of time here by being brave, really throwing the car into the corners. But the first lap, I just want to get the time on the board. Come on, what's the split time going to be at the end of Sector 2? It hasn't been the greatest lap in the world. We're a second down on Daniel Ricciardo at the moment, so I guess we'll have a good idea now as to what the top end speed is looking like. I think this lap's going to be slower than the one I did in free practice right now. Zawassa's actually ahead of a couple of cars, so nice to see he's a bit more competitive as the season heads into its flyaway stage once more. Up towards the line, though, we are going to be last. 8 tenths away from Danny Rick, so at least we know we got some top-end speed. Well, the sun is setting around this circuit as well then, so whether the, the lower track temperature is going to help us out, maybe increase the grip, we'll have to wait and see. But of course, everybody else is also on a run right now, so no guarantee that we are going to get anything like that. It's pretty fine margins ahead of us, but we are 8 tenths back behind anybody so far. But, like I said, that first lap's a bit of a banker. You can already see a tenth up by the end of the first couple of corners as that Stroll, the same place he got his first ever podium, I was not expecting that. And thank goodness normality has been restored once again. It should hopefully be where we gain a little bit of time there. If we can just get a tidier run through. There we go, immediately up into the green, half a second clear. So that's pretty much going to bring us back in line with everybody else. I want to get a lap time under 100 seconds at the moment as we trim the apex there quite aggressively. Or fling the car through the castle just down 1 gear. and avoid the walls, as lap time is certainly starting to come towards us. 8/10 up. This is critical at the moment. I don't actually know what the gap is to P16 that would see us into Q2. I reckon we need to find about a second just over on the lap time there, as we're still finding just a little bit more. Get a nice run through the final corner of the lap, really chuck it in, try and carry the speed. We haven't done so. I think we've gone and thrown it away at the very last corner, well, the very last real corner of the lap here. Kimi Räikkönen, shades of him here in 2018 when he could have taken the pole. And now it's just a long, long trudge back to the finish line then. I think it is last place on the grid. We're going to be about a 10th off of Yuma Oasa. That is really, really disappointing. Well, Lance Stroll then, P3 on the grid here in Baku. Not really sure how he's done that. Esteban Ocon gets inside the top 10 there. Albon out-qualifies Sergio Perez as well. His Kick Sauber seem to be pretty competitive. But yeah, we were a 10th away from Oasa. We were the only team that couldn't get round here in under 100 seconds. So I guess we've got our work cut out.
A warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. Baku City Circuit then, it's an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who will start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, Ocon, Albon, Perez, Bottas, Joe, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Sargent, Iwasa, and Mr. Monaco. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
I know you're gutted to be starting from here, but just focus on putting that and some other cars behind you. Good luck.
Well, I should have really thought about it and obviously put a load of new components in the car. I have replaced a couple for this weekend, but of course, yeah, we're starting at the back anyway, so I could have put a load more, and potentially brought a few more into the pool between now and the end of the year. But obviously, Baku in years gone by has been chaotic, I think is probably the best way to describe it. Will we see that today? It's a last question mark challenge for me here on the Azerbaijan streets as we wait on those 5 red lights. It's going to be lights out, and away we go. There is Oasa actually getting off to a pretty good start. Ricciardo, though, is going to say absolutely not as we make our way in towards turn 1. Everyone just trying to behave themselves. But are we going to be able to try and get a run off of that first corner there? We've just got to be patient early on. It's down the inside of our teammate, and the Australian will go. Oh, where's the car over the curbs? I think we've both got the move done on Danny Rick then, so just getting a little bit squeezed out there. Oscar Piastri, another disastrous qualifying session for him, starting way down at the rear of the field. It feels like at the moment, if I have a bad weekend, so does our big title rival Oscar, who's started on the hard, so clearly wants to try something a little bit different over the course of the afternoon, as we'll swing right and left then of Ayumu. Got to try and make up some places early on. So around the outside of our teammate will go. He does give me the room that time round. Occasionally, he has wanted to fight me quite aggressively early on this season, but yeah, let's see then what happens as we try and make our way through the castle on this opener. Just really easy tip it in. It's still third gear, but certainly not with the same amount of speed or confidence there. Russell leads the way though, as it's still Aston Martin 3 and 4.
Right, focus now for the rest of the race.
Could we see Lance Stroll pick up a surprise podium? Saying that, I've almost been sick in my mouth. Oscar Piastri definitely is struggling on those hard tyres early on as we try and have a look for a move. Not often you see overtakes down here. We're going to try it then around the outside of the McLaren. Please don't go side by side into the castle.
Okay to use your overtake button.
There is definitely something in the AI's coding there that they refuse to go side by side into there. And honestly, that's probably a good thing. I'm really making sure I take the time early on here just to settle in, get into a rhythm, make sure I'm comfortable with kind of the battery usage and everything else tyre wear is next to nothing so far. I'm quite impressed with the fact I've got 1% on those fronts. Not anymore. But yeah, I mean, Verstappen and Russell are absolutely pulling away at the front of the field. It's basically the Aston Martins, I believe, are causing an almighty train behind, so I don't know whether Alonso's trying to drag Stroll along, whether they're just beefing each other, what is going on. But I've got to be careful with the front locking at T1. Well, we can't really afford to spend all day watching the rear end of Logan Sargent's car for P19. Got to start trying to make an impact where possible, but you've got to be so careful with the battery usage. As you can see, that Williams is not a slow car in a straight line, as we already know. Goodbye, Logan. He's just going to start inching away from me as we get back down towards turn 1.
About 3/10 a lap. Well done.
I'm going to stop me going for a bit of a dive bomb, though. He does give me the room. Thank you very much. And we will claim P18. I mean, they're all just backing each other up down this little straight. So this time round, down the inside of Kevin Magnussen, are we going to be able to keep the nose there? No. Oh, I thought about it. I mean, I've been intrigued to know what the AI would do on the inside there if you're going side by side with them into the castle, because I'd be tempted not to back out, simply out of morbid curiosity. Oh, trying to match the ERS usage of Magnussen, but just make sure that we've got enough for a run this time. So he wants to put me down towards the inside wall. Again, he's just got a little bit more top end. Oh, he actually tried to turn in on me there slightly, so he chuck it in a bit too deep. Magnussen that time round just will keep the place. Well, Magnussen, a little bit of a moment again as we make our way onto this short little straight. Down the inside again. Oh, that was a Magnussen-style move on Kevin Magnussen there. We locked at the wheels. There was no contact, though, so we'll claim it quite happily. I'm genuinely starting to wonder as well, when we look at the tyre wear, we're getting like 2% a lap. I could genuinely try and do a Zach O'Sullivan strategy here, like he did in F2 Monaco, where we basically stay out until right at the very end, basically waiting for a safety car. Oh, come on, we just got to keep biding our time, just waiting for the opportunities here. And once again, another one has opened up for us down the end of this little chute. Yeah, again, Gasly on the outside.
Charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Yeah, I don't want to fight it. And I was about to say, it seems weird seeing Tsunoda back in a V-carb, because I've done so much recording in the driver career mode recently. And of course, obviously, he's now at Ferrari in that series. Come on then, Tsunoda. Let's see if we can try and get a run on that V-carb car.
Tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
We're doing a really good job with the tyres at the moment. As Tsunoda, he's just got enough speed. They just get alongside and then they just accelerate. I'm not convinced we are going to be approaching the pit window yet, Mark. I'm really tempted just to try and take these tyres as long as we can. Stand the inside of Tsunoda. Another one navigated. We got yellows. We got yellows. Oh, someone's gone down the escape road. Alonso's in the wall. Fernando Alonso in the wall then. And that might be a safety car. That would be the perfect time to pit, I guess. But I think they're going to give him time to escape. And I'm sure, yeah, Alonso will be on the radio begging for a safety car as well, because it would benefit him massively. And another time where they're slow down there. I mean, look at that. We can pretty much get all the way past Hulkenberg on the brakes into there. It's not often a place you make overtakes around this circuit, but I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm also not expecting to make many overtakes down this part of the circuit as well, but we've got the speed over Bottas at the moment. Can we have a look down the inside? Oh, a bit of rear locking. Bottas there. Oh, if that was real Bottas, he would have absolutely backed out of that one much earlier, but nice to see he's got a little bit of fight inside this game. I think he might just have dropped out the DRS range though, so we'll wait and see if he can close back in on his teammate. He might be a bit of a sitting duck here and might provide us with an opportunity to save up some charge as well, as we'll just use a little bit. There we go. Now we open up. Make sure we get back in the range of the cars in front though. Because, I mean, they're just fighting so aggressively further up the road. An overcut might genuinely be viable. Don't hit that wall. Okay, there we go. We're going to find out then, what do the AI do into the castle? Great. That's exactly what they do. Damn it, man. Yeah, that seems about right.
Delta, make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
Admittedly, Zhou hit the wall before I got there. I mean,
But officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
I can't say I'm shocked that was a red flag, I'll be completely honest. But I guess, yeah, for on the outside there, unless we're desperately wanting a red flag, probably in our best interest to back out of that one. But Joe did turn in too early, slapped the inside wall, so not really a lot I could have done.
Get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how we handle the rest of this race.
Well, it's a bit of a shame that we're not going to be able to try our alternate strategy, but it is going to be hard, I believe, for everyone to the flag.
Just a moment, stand by.
Let's try and get a nice clean getaway on the restart. It's 5 red lights again. And it's going to be lights out, and away we go. Very, very wheel spinny on the initial getaway, as we'll try and have a look around the outside of Perez and a couple of others. Down at the first corner there, so around the outside of Checo will go. And we are up into the points of this Grand Prix. They're 3 wide up in front there. Hamilton, Sainz and Leclerc.
Damage, just watch out for it.
And that must have been in the contact with Zhou Guan Yu, because of course we made no contact with anybody else. But effectively, yeah, this race now has just been turned into 2 25% races. It's down the inside of Albon. Come on, hold on to it. Oh, it's so difficult with the way the AI Constantine are up here. So undrivable, and while we saw Russell and Verstappen build up a lead.
Modes in your MFD if you need to.
Yeah, we saw them build up a lead early on in the first segment. They're going to do exactly the same thing in the second. Well, if you told me on the grid that we'd be running in the points here with actually a decent chance of scoring,
Use the overtake button and see what you can do.
probably wouldn't have believed you. But yeah, this has been, like, again, one of those kind of quintessential F1 24 races where we lack the ultimate out-and-out pace of a lot of the cars around me. But just by simply... They're just too predictable, I think, is the problem. You know exactly what the AI are going to do in most races on this game. So, I mean, we've got to use that to our advantage where we can, but I feel like it will get incredibly stale further down the line. But at the moment, yeah, we're on for 2 points if we can keep Perez at bay. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned already off this restart. We are not able to look after the front right, and I got no idea why. I don't know what I'm doing differently. I don't know what I'm doing badly. The balance of the car just seems a little bit all over the show now. I'll try and move the front brake bias a little bit more rearward, but got to be very, very careful on the brakes. I'm trying to be gentle with the car, but this might be a huge problem for us towards the end of the afternoon. Oh, we've got yellows, someone behind me maybe? No, I think it's Verstappen. Max Verstappen from the lead of the Grand Prix is slowing down. And the Dutchman is out of it here. The second time we've seen him retire from the lead through something that wasn't really under his control. And suddenly now we've got a huge opportunity. Oh, damn it. As soon as I say it. As soon as I say we had a huge opportunity, VSC gets called. I guess it gives us a chance to recharge the pack. But it is massively spread out the top 4. And Ocon now, look at how much pressure he's under.
It looks like a virtual safety car is being deployed due to an incident with multiple vehicles being stopped on the track. We need you to drop your pace.
Well, Mark's still trying to tell me about the VSC as it's already over.
Positive delta until the green flags.
Oh, what is Lando doing? Just moved across me there in the braking zone.
Track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car.
Oh, I got a bad feeling with the way this is shaping up at the moment. Mark, shut up! I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this is getting physical. Whoa, come on. Keep it clean, lads. Keep it clean. 3 wide. They head back down towards turn 1.
6.1 seconds.
Oh, that is looking very scrappy. Lando Norris there hung out a bit like a wall of death on the outside. Stroll, though, will back out of it. So you can just see how much we're struggling for balance still in this car at the moment. Stroll's the only one that's got DRS. Ocon's going to try and look past him, though. Again, they're going to be 3 wide. As we make our way down into turn 3. Oh, a little bit more contact again as Perez desperately trying to find a way around myself. Of course, he's Red Bull's only hope now in this GP, but Lando's through, and we might see him sail off into the sunset. So we've got more yellows out. Let's see, another one's retiring from the Grand Prix. I think we might be seeing someone. I think it's a Sauber car. Don't tell me it's Bottas got a podium here in our other series. Is it going to be anything? Whoever it is, they're making a meal out of it. I think that might be Zhou Guan Yu, though, looking at it. Nope, it's Tsunoda.
Tsunoda for you. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
So, second Red Bull power unit going up in smoke. What on earth has happened to them here? Oh, here we go. Ocon now trying to defend from Lance. I think Lando's got free. So we make our way back down towards turn 1. I'd love to just get past these two and leave them to squabble as well. You're really useful so we can just look after the tyres, but I don't think that's going to happen. As Lance Stroll this time around gets the slipstream, gets the DRS even, I should say, as we'll try and move past Esteban Ocon as well. Stroll spots me though. He knows we're still a threat. Down the inside of Esteban Ocon will go. A little bit of contact, but we're through.
Good work. Great pass.
And then sit rep on our tyres. 38% on that front right. It is destroyed. Oh no, here comes Ocon. He's definitely going to get the run on me. Oh, why is he looking there? There's no car space on that side of us, down towards turn 1. Round the outside of Stroll. He's going to try and keep the nose there. A little bit of a pinch to the apex, but we're through. Well, this could be critical then in this Grand Prix. We might just be able to get Stroll and Esteban Ocon out of the DRS in one foul swoop. We're going to drain the battery, though. Is it going to be enough? I have no idea. I think we might just have done it, but we've got no battery anyway. So it's going to be irrelevant as we make our way back towards turn 1, unless they can continue to fight behind me. I'm not even sure we got the gap over Stroll that time, but desperately trying to hang on. 6 laps to go. I'm more staggered by the fact Norris is caught back up to Russell. Come on, Stroll again. He's going to get past me here, and I don't think there's a lot we can really do this time. Here goes the Aston Martin. Hasn't actually got that much more straight line speed in the end, but Ocon as well. Gaining. Not enough. Well, we broke way too early into the first corner. Forgot that we didn't have any DRS there, so we were going a lot slower in. But yeah, we just got to really be methodical towards the end of this one. Let's have a good chance of returning to the points here. I don't want to throw it away. But it seems like George Russell might have picked up damage as well, because both myself and Lance are closing in on him quite rapidly. To the inside of the Canadian. That was a pretty textbook move. I'm hoping that we can launch us closer to George as we make our way back down to turn 1. 4 laps to go of this Grand Prix. What's the gap going to be to Russell? It's exactly a second. It just creeps back up. Both of the drivers that absolutely dominated this race in its first half running into issues here. Oh, we've got more yellows out. I guess that's a car behind me. Oh, there's been a roadblock. We got another one, but it's too late for a red flag, I think.
We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta.
Too late for a red flag.
Negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
It's absolutely worth not pitting, of course, at this stage. I wonder if George could be tempted. What happened? Well, here we go then, riding on board with Nico Hülkenberg in the Haas car, as you can just see. Oh! Hello? Okay. Clearly, Hülkenberg fancy doing some form of a drift there. I've got no idea. I mean, listen in on that. How on earth did he survive making it all the way up through? When he basically got into the corner. He literally went in and mashed his foot to the floor right the way throughout the castle section. That has got to be the weirdest thing I've ever seen on this game, but too late, yeah, for a red flag, of course. So the safety car has been forced to come back out for just 1 lap. Well, Charles Leclerc then have built up a bit of a lead. That has been cut back down, but will Ferrari make their drivers hold station? Or are we going to see one potential final twist here? Azerbaijan, as always, has delivered today. And now we just got to try and time when the safety car is going to peel back in. Russell, he's got damage. He can't really do anything here towards the end of the race as we try and get the jump on him. Oh, we can't go yet. We can't go yet. Come on, George. Get on with it. I think we've just about done it. Nope, we didn't. Damn it. Right, there we go. We'll let him pie and have the place again then. We were definitely going to have him at turn 1 anyway. So let's try and break free from that group of cars here. Up into P5 we go here in Baku. Let's not forget, we started this one from last place. It has been an absolutely insane recovery drive so far. But can we get anything more? Oh no, we got more yellows. Why have we got more yellows? I think... oh, the Aston Martin. I think that might be Stroll who's bottled it late on in the day. So Lance Stroll, he was in podium contention early on. And, well, he's done a Lance Stroll is what he's done. As we're about to start then the last lap of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Lando Norris really struggling here for straight line speed. Are we going to be able to potentially line up and move around the outside?
DRS is now online.
I think Lando started on the hards. So when that red flag came out, he was forced to go over to the medium tyre. And I think they're just starting to hit the cliff now towards the end of the afternoon. The problem I've got is I've got to get him out of the DRS now. Otherwise, he's probably going to get back past me down the back straight. But as we navigate our way then through the Old Town for the final time here today, are we going to see Carlos Sainz line up a move on his teammate? Oh, tyres are gone. Damn it. Slap the wall there at the bottom of the hill. Lucky not to lose a wheel in the process.
The car in front, 2.7 seconds.
Keep the gap ahead of Lando Norris. That's the only thing I want to do now as we make our way through the final couple of corners. From last on the grid, we are going to recover for a P4 finish here. Charles Leclerc, once again, he has taken huge points out of Verstappen. The title fight is not over. Charles Leclerc will win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and we come through for P4.
At a place where it is so easy to find the wall, they've found the top step of the podium. The celebrations begin in Baku.
And that's 2 wins in a row now, of course. And it marks the fact that it's not a fluke. So, you know, their head's in the right space. What more can we see going forwards?
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
I certainly don't think Ferrari, when they lined up 6th and 7th on the grid today, thought they would be walking away with a 1-2, but that is Baku. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamilton comes through for P3 with the fastest lap as well there, and, well, Lando Norris might well be the only driver in the entire field yeah, he is. He's the only driver that started and finished in exactly the same spot there. 12 points for us, though. That is huge on a weekend where Esteban Ocon looked to score some good points as well for Alpine there in 6th. Perez in 7th, ahead of Russell, Albon, and Valtteri Bottas picks up another point for Kick Sauber as well there. Very, very impressive to see. Awasa, I believe that's a career best result for him. It's going to be P14 there, so 7 places gained. Don't think he can complain too much, with Tsunoda, Verstappen, and Zhou Guanyu all failing to see the checkered flag there. Lance Stroll as well. The bottle job continues to live up to his name, and that's rich, especially when it's coming from me. That means in terms of the Drivers' Championship, the gap at the top has been cut to just 73 points. It's a long shot, but Charles Leclerc could still potentially cause Max Verstappen a bit of a headache if he can keep this run of momentum going there. We are 1 point back now behind Oscar Piastri as well, which is really, really good going here. And, well, I really want to see our teammates score a point before the end of the year. They're 23 now, the gap to Alpine as well, so it just opens up a little extra margin of safety as well there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns ready in Singapore.